Good morning, good morning. It's 9 a.m. in Chicago. It's 3 p.m. in the United Kingdom
Good morning.
With Darren and Steve across the pond. Welcome, everybody. How you doing, mate? Caught a bit of sun there?
Just a little bit, yeah. Still enjoying it while we have sun. We've gone past the longest day now, so whereas it's now getting dark about 9:30 p.m., 10 p.m. It's only going to get darker and darker from here on.
I know. It seemed to have crept up on us, and now it's like it's on its way out already. Although the weather is lovely and warm in Chicago, I can tell you. So lots going on in the world, which we're going to kind of sidestep in some way today because we've got a fantastic guest coming up. But I just wanted to pick up on sport because I understand the soccer season's got going.
Football.
Yeah, soccer.
Football. Yeah.
So what's happening?
Well, rule one for upsetting American friends across the pond, call it football, not soccer. But yeah, it's football or soccer, whatever you want to call it. You guys call it football, we call it soccer, or the other way around. What's happening is the Premier League season's started back. There were 10 matches left. So everything stopped in March. There's 10 games remaining, so we've started back. Empty stadiums, slight change to the rules, so they have to have water drink breaks, and you can have more substitutes. But the weird thing is, Steve, I know we were talking about this before we came on here, is that there's nobody in a 60,000 or 80,000 seater stadium. Everything's on TV, and there's two channels. So you can either have it with the silence in the background, and you can hear every bit of noise that people shout, or you can turn over to another channel and you can have the hooray, hooray going on in the background. Yet the stadium's empty.
Canned laughter or canned crowds. Are they wearing masks, Dana?
Not everybody. So some of the groundsmen, the people in the stadium are, but none of the players, the coaches, they're not wearing face masks. They're still tackling.
Yeah.
Getting close to each other, but there are things like when you celebrate, they've got to keep their distance when celebrating. So, I don't know what it's like in the US when somebody scores or somebody takes the lead. Everybody's got their arms around each other and arms in the air. None of that's allowed. It's a lot more somber, a lot more placid, totally different to what we're used to.
Wow. It's interesting. We should be speaking about sport because our guest today, Joyce Angerstein, is Happy Be Healthy. Actually works, I think, with like sports people and in part of what we do. So should we bring her in and have a chat? Let's introduce everybody to Joyce, CEO of Be Happy Be Healthy. Joyce, welcome to Across the Pond with Darren and Steve. Great to have you here.
Thank you. Good morning.
Yeah. So, CEO of Be Happy, Be Healthy. You're also one of the co-authors in our book, The New Normal. So thank you for doing that. Really enjoyed your particular chapter. Tell us about Be Happy, Be Healthy. What's it all about? Because I think it's a beautiful name for a business.
Thank you. So I've partnered with $1 billion business, and I created my own online business, which I have named Be Happy, Be Healthy. And so what I do is I help happy people become healthy. So whether that be feeling good, an athlete looking for more performance, or weight loss, weight gain, that's where people would reach out to me, and I would help them with their meal plans. And I have product solutions that are all natural, and we get to their goals.
So this is all based around diet and supplements. Is that how it works, or training people to coaching people to eat better, or explore different proteins, different carbohydrates? Tell us a little bit more about that.
Sure. So what it is our nutrition right now, our food sources are depleted of nutrition because of chemicals and biohazards and things like that. So that's where our products come in. It's a natural solution to make up for what we're not getting in our nutrition. So it is shakes and meal replacement shakes with protein and soy-free, gluten-free, which is awesome because a lot of people are looking to eliminate those. And with that combination, I teach people how to eat clean. And this program, it's a 30-day program. It shows people how to eat right. And it actually taught me what I'm supposed to be eating because I wasn't sure. So it's a great process.
And you were saying before you came on the air when we were chatting that it's weight loss and weight gain. So this isn't just a dietary, a dieting program. This is a healthy, balanced life food business, correct?
Correct. So it's a nutritional cleansing system, and the system along with the food that we eat is meant to balance our bodies. So whatever our body is meant to do, whether it be lose weight or gain weight, it's different for everyone. That's what it's meant to do.
Right. And you also coach people through the process as well, correct?
I do. I coach them very closely for the first 30 days. And then pretty much because I spend a lot of time coaching them, they're off and running after that. And I'm always available for follow-ups and whatnot. And a lot of it's referral business. So it's who they know and who you know and things like that. We don't do any advertising.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah. So, Joyce, I've got a bit of a chicken and an egg question here because sometimes we're not happy because we're not eating the right amount of food. But so which comes first? Do you need to eat healthy food to become happy, or do you need to be happy and then it encourages you, helps you to eat healthier food? Or is it a bit of both?
Well, that's a great question. And so I would say it's both because for me personally, when I found this program, I was not happy. So my quality of life was not good. My body was loaded with inflammation and fatigue, and I did not feel well. And I was like, what kind of life is this? So this product and system changed my life. So that was my story. Other people come to me very happy. They think their life is great, but they maybe want to lose 10 pounds. And then they do the system and they call me in 5 days and say, wow, I've never felt so good in my life. So some people just don't know how good they're meant to feel. So they think they're happy, but then when they feel amazing, they realize how much happier they feel.
Yeah. Happy clients. That's really cool. Yeah. And then, so this is an online business as well. So tell us about how that works for you.
So I'm partnered with Isogenics Corporation, and so they provide the website and they maintain it and all that. They put all the money into all that. So I don't need to really worry about that. So I have my own personal site through that.
Okay.
So they maintain it. I couldn't possibly keep up with the changes in the products and the ingredients, and they do a really, really nice job.
I guess that space is all about being unique and offering something that's slightly different from somebody else. What would you say are the unique things about Isogenics?
They're a company that stands behind their people, and they're really all about changing the world for the better, freeing people from physical and financial pain, which in my 55 years, I've never found a company like this. So I've been with them for 5 years, and they just continue to amaze me every day. Just excellent.
And how's things been for you during COVID? What effect has that had on the business? Because
honestly, I've been busier than I've ever been.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So it's great.
So basically, we're saying more people are becoming more concerned about their health under COVID, just as a result from sitting at home. And
well, I think this is my thought, is that because of COVID, I feel that people have had more time to evaluate their life and really look at their family dynamic to see what's missing and what's important. And I think people have realized that, like the moms that are homeschooling and doing all these extra things, that they're really finding they're exhausted, right? So they're like, well, maybe this could help me. So maybe I will try it, and it's money back guaranteed. So why wouldn't you for 30 days and give it a shot?
Sure.
And so it's worked out really well that way. And we're getting people on the phone, which I feel wasn't so much before. And it may not be a phone call, but people are texting, people are more available than they were before. So for me, it's been fantastic.
It's interesting you should say people are evaluating their lives. I have a brother in the UK who's in real estate who was telling me yesterday that they're getting more inquiries out of cities. He's in a rural location. Mm-hmm. They're getting more inquiries out of cities for people looking for rural properties than they've ever had since COVID began. Because, as you say, I think people are just reevaluating how they live their lives, and so being healthy and happy, mm-hmm. it goes along with the same that same thought process, I think.
Right, mm-hmm. And also, it's easy to do this system because you can literally grab a shake on the run, as you're running out the door, or if you have kids in sports. It's an awesome, option for people because they're on the run, between work and all that. So I've seen a lot of really nice, good things come out of COVID, which I think is great.
Yeah, I agree. One of the things that obviously, we wanted to emphasize in the book was that whilst it is it's a tragedy what's going on, that there are opportunities out there, and people like you seem to have really seized that that kind of mantle and doing well with your business, which is absolutely fabulous. Absolutely fabulous.
It is. I feel there's a lot more conversations just in general, and people are more open to talking because they just maybe need to talk or let's have somebody listen.
So, very good. Sure.
Yeah, more people chatting, more people reevaluating their lives, and less pollution on the roads as well, with less cars, certainly in the UK. But so do you have any tips, Joyce, for anyone who's still struggling during these circumstances in terms of how to be happy?
As far as business or
on a personal level?
Yeah, personal business.
Well, I would say, a schedule is always good to stop and plan for your week and, do your meal prep, do your, have everything in order for your week so that your week is much better than it would be if you didn't prepare for the week. Set aside the time to take care of you first, get your exercise in, your meditation, your mindset straight, so that you are coming to the table with something good to offer. That would be my hugest recommendation.
That's really cool. Very good indeed. So the future, Joyce, where do you see the business going over the next for the rest of the year? Although we all want this year to be over with, but
my plan is to go executive with the company and help many people feel better, many more people, and help people, just have a better quality of life, because there's so many people that are miserable because they don't feel well. And so my mission is to help as many people as I can have a better day in general.
Excellent. Joyce Angerson from the CEO of Be Happy, Be Healthy, co-author of our book, The New Normal. Thank you for joining us on Across the Pond today. It's been lovely having you on. Best of luck with your business. We'll talk to you again very soon.
Okay, thank you for having me. I'm so grateful.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Joyce. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Interesting business, mate. Interesting business.
Yes, indeed.
It's funny. Joyce raises a good point, and I think we've seen that through a number of guests we've had. Sam, Penny, that people have had more time. Obviously, being in lockdown, and although we're coming out of that now, thank goodness, to kind of think about what they want to do or how they want to live their life. It's having a huge impact on a lot of people, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, people are changing processes, so having a chance to think about it. I can't remember the figure, but it was on the news over the weekend that more people in the UK have meditated on a weekly basis during the lockdown than they have in their lives. So I forget the figure, but it was something like 2 out of 5 adults have said that they have meditated at least on a weekly basis during the lockdown. So people are doing things different and making changes to themselves and their lifestyles.
Yeah, good for them. Good for them. Yeah. It's probably down to them all watching across the pond, Darren. You know, we were doing it first, saying you should meditate. Yeah. That's what it'll be. I'm sure we're shifting people's thinking across the globe. So what's our funny for this week, mate? Given that we're now in a humorous set.
I feel now like the funny should be about well-being, but it isn't, unfortunately. It's about marketing. So let me share my screen and see what you think. But here it is. So for anyone who's ever done marketing, managing marketing is easy. It's like riding a bike, except the bike's on fire, the chain's broken, and the handlebars don't work.
Very good. Very good. We love that one. Yeah, very good. Yeah. Love that one. Yeah, superb. So our actually, it's quite poignant because obviously Joyce is running an online business as well. So we our tips this week are around websites and so on. So our first tip is about call to action. What are we letting people know about that?
So focusing on websites here. I mean, everyone's working from home or remote now, so we're buying more online. And if you want somebody to actually take action on your website, you need to have a call to action. I've seen so many websites where you can't find the telephone number, you can't find the email address, you can't find the contact form. And it's so difficult. My top bit of advice is to make sure that every single page has a call to action, whether it's a telephone number or a button to the contact page to get in touch.
Superb. A lot more websites now having like little chatbots as well. What's your thoughts on those? I know they're AI, a lot of them, but you know.
I was quite skeptical about them, and I still am a little bit, because you send a message and they immediately say, leave us your email address and we'll get back in the next 48 hours. And I think, well, it's not really human, is it? But I think the thing is we can't be online 24/7 for our customers, and we can't cope with the demands. If you get more and more people going to your website, you can't cope with huge amounts of inquiries. So the chatbots just help to stay in touch, and they help to make it easier for people to get in touch with you. So I'm a fan of them. I'm in favour.
Sure. And then so strong call to action every page. That's a good one. Our next one is about making it pretty.
You know, I don't know if you remember if you're old enough to remember the early days of the Amazon website. I mean, I suppose today it still isn't pretty, is it? But Amazon grew with probably one of the most ugliest websites you could have. It's not pretty. The pictures were brilliant, but they knew where to put the call to action. They knew where to drive the user. It was focused on getting the sale. It had the big add to basket button. And I'm not saying don't have a pretty website. Having an attractive website has its advantages. Don't assume that pretty gets you the sale. That's the top tip. Yeah. Focus on what you need to do on the website to get the sale.
Brilliant. And then our third tip is around you called it interviewing, I think, when we spoke earlier.
Treat it like an interview process. I think sometimes you go to a website and you work out why you didn't get the sale with somebody visiting your website, but like interview process, you got 100 candidates or you got 10 candidates. How do you choose who to select? And quite often what the HR department will do, or what the hiring manager will do, is they'll look at it and say, well, why would we not recruit? Why would we not go with that person? They'll find a reason to cross them off the list. Something they said or something that didn't quite seem right. And I think with a website, it's the same. If the website takes too long to load, if the images look a bit blurred, if there's a spelling mistake, they're all things that they all add up at a subconscious level and make you think, do I really want to buy from this company when their website isn't the best of websites? So I say treat it not just with making it look pretty and getting the sale, but also focus on what reasons would a visitor have to not buy from me.
Okay.
And I give one. Oh, sorry, go on.
No, I was going to ask, because you know when sites kind of came into force, there was a lot of snobbery around it, right? There was, .co.uk's obviously that we had in the UK, and .coms were the most, like the prevalent things. Do you think now that you can get, .tv, .net, .org, .biz, .digital, is that kind of, I almost want to say, stigma about your URL gone away, or are still people looking for .coms or .aus if you're in Australia, or .co.uk if you're in the UK? Does that have any kind of bearing on people clicking on your site?
That's a good question, Steve. I think it's less. I think the stigma is less because we're more accepting.
Right.
There's a website someone recommended to me the other day that's .ai.
Mm-hmm.
And Scotland is now .sot. So I think we're becoming more acceptable of it. I would think twice if I'm looking to buy something in the UK, or I'm trying to buy something in America. It says the New Zealand website or Australia website. Well, are they going to be able to ship it to me? So if I'm a business in Australia that wants to ship worldwide, I maybe have a .com and a .com.au and a .co.uk just to make the transaction easier, to get rid of that doubt we just talked about. But I wouldn't say that people are scared to buy from the website because it's something they're unfamiliar with.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And of course, buying URLs now is a lot easier than it was when the web first started, and obviously it's a lot cheaper as well, isn't it? So yeah. So three great tips there. Call to action every page. Making sure that that you take that interview approach, and that it looks good. It doesn't have to be all singing, all dancing, because sometimes that actually does delay the site coming up. Or what's the current thinking? Is it still 11 seconds you've got on a front page, or is it less now?
Oh, you mean the amount of time that somebody visits the page for?
Yeah.
It scares so many people when we say this, but I look at some customers' websites when I first take them on as a customer, and like I say, the average visitors on your site for about 15 seconds or 5 seconds. 5 seconds is a little bit on the low side, but 15, 20 seconds is not a lot of time. But that's the way it is. So you've got to grab their attention, and if a website takes too long to load because of the images, or they can't find how to contact you, you've got 15 seconds, 10 seconds to get their attention and drive the sale or get them to call you.
Sure. Interesting. Yeah, no, brilliant. I just wanted to just follow up on something about Joyce as well for everybody. If you want to get hold of Joyce, you can visit her website at jangiston.isogenics.com. We'll post that, Darren, when we put this site up. And again, her company's Be Happy, Be Healthy. And if you want to connect with Joyce, you can find her on our LinkedIn profiles. You can find her in the book, The New Normal, as well, which is still available in the Google bookstore, which is going well. Everybody's loving it. We're getting some great feedback about that. So so go check out Joyce. Great business. Next week we've got it's free. Yeah, that's the other thing. It is free. Yeah. Next week we've got Eldon Hasser as our guest. You may have seen. I did a podcast actually for Eldon a couple of weeks ago that came out last week. Great guys, based in the UK. Is a thought leader in terms of what he does. So we're going to be delighted to have him on the show across the pond. And then, another week, deep breath. Here we go, I guess.
Indeed, yes.
Although yours is nearly over, mine's just beginning.
The day or the week?
Yeah, the day. It's soccer.
Yes, it's football. It's football, old chap.
It's football. Yeah, try explaining the rules of cricket to people here, right? It's
that's right.
That's believe me, that's a tough one. Okay, well, listen, thanks everybody for joining us on Across the Pond with Darren and Steve. We'll see you all again next week, Monday, 9 a.m. Chicago time, 3 p.m. UK time. From me, Steve Brooks, thanks for being with us. And from Darren, I'm going to say See you all next week.
All right. Take care.
Thanks now. Bye for now.